Hello everyone, it's me, FoxGalah, and welcome back to another art time-lapse video. Today, you're watching a speed paint of me drawing a Xatu from Pokemon. Stick around until the end to see how the finished result looks like. In the meantime, let's talk about this artwork, shall we? What you are seeing right now is me drawing out the Xatu's wireframe. I'm giving him a wireframe to make sure that the finished product does not look bad. It's because it's hard to draw good line art on this canvas without a wireframe. So yeah, speaking about the line art, we are now onto the line art. What happens here is that I draw over the wireframe. Currently the wireframe wasn't perfect, so I'm recentering some things, like this eye doesn't go onto his head, and yes, a nice attention to detail, it's a male Xatu due to the fact that he has 3 stripes on his body. So yeah, now I've centered the head and fixed it. I just simply carry on drawing the line art. So I have nothing else to say about the line art, so before I move on to the coloring, let me tell you a fun fact. Xatu is one of my only 3 favorite Generation 2 Pokemon, alongside Espeon and Suicune. Ironically enough, Walking Wake, Suicune's Paradox form, is not one of my favorite Pokemons. That's because Walking Wake looks different from Suicune and doesn't appeal to me since it's not elegant. Now, we are on to the coloring. So, basically, what I do here is to be more faithful to the source material. I pick out colors from official images of the Pokemon Xatu, and then I use the lasso tool to highlight a specific area, and then I press the fill bucket tool to quickly color it in. I color across multiple layers. It's because if I have like a layer underneath, I can like go quicker and like highlight more quickly without having to worry about the colors overlapping and then fill it in. Isn't that effective? I also manually color in some areas myself because in these areas I don't really need the lasso tool because they're like small areas. So now we're just like adjusting Xatu's body. It's because just like the wireframe, I got the line art a little bit wrong. We do that by tracing over a specific part of his body. So okay, now we're on to the shading, and what I do here is use an airbrush tool to shade it and use the lasso tool to assure that nothing goes out of bounds. Also, we can't forget about the fact that this airbrush is tinted orange. The reason why I do tinted shading is to make the artwork look more vivid. I used to not do tinted shading and just simply shade in black and white, but after looking at some tips, I realized that if you shade in vivid colors, it will make your artwork look more appealing and nice. So I decided to switch to vivid shading. It took me some time to get used to it, as sometimes I would accidentally shade in the monochrome colors rather than the dark vivid colors and light vivid colors, but I got used to it eventually. The reason why I chose orange to shade this Xatu is because the background will be orange. More on the background will be revealed later on in the video when we do it. So, before we go into the background, I just want to tell you why I decided to draw Xatu this time. In Pokemon Unite, there are wild Pokemons, and one of the wild Pokemons is Xatu. Since Xatu is one of my favorite Pokemons, I decided to draw him. It's because there's no chance that he'll be playable in Pokemon Unite, and thus there's no need to commemorate him being playable. We are now on to the final part of the video, the background. This will be colored a nice orange color. And these blue stripy markings on the background will be referencing waves of psychic energy. We're just gonna add some adjustments to them, and here's the finished result. That's a good birdie. No wonder when my Twitter replies said that the Xatu Council approved it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like this art. If you want to see more content like this, then I recommend subscribing, as more videos will be coming out in the future. You can also follow me on Twitter or X to see more art that isn't posted on YouTube. Goodbye.